Kim has appeared in public for the first time in days. Kim tells us more.
I will go and burn his house down. Okay lah, you know. Just
Okay. So welcome back everyone. It's Football Armchair Experts, where we pretend to know everything but actually we know nothing. And you can see our stadiums are back, Kimberley is back, and the Premier League is back for Matchweek 7 as well. Interestingly enough, the stat to lead off this week is that it's the first time in 53 years that none of the Premier League teams are unbeaten after 6 games. So of course the unpredictability of the Premier League is back after last season. Liverpool basically steamrolled the entire competition.
Hey, what happened to coming up with penalties for being wrong?
Oh, I mean, previously was, well, you know, if we had penalties for being wrong, I probably would have gonna last week. It was terrible.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I suddenly remembered.
Why if you want, we can start from this week.
I can start from last week. I think I got almost all my
predictions. Start from last week one. This kind of thing you need to say before.
Cannot backdate. Don't backdate. Yeah.
Sorry, you have to start from this week.
Hey, last week my predictions, I think I hit almost everything.
Got prize
Although I would say it's because Liverpool had a particularly good week.
Yeah. And then I predicted Southampton will win. Everton.
Just because he didn't want Everton to win. not through any but I mean
I predicted Leeds will win Aston Villa also.
Okay, wait, so this weekend the games
and Man City will draw West Ham.
Okay, hold on. So are we starting the penalty thing from this week onwards?
We see how.
What do you see how?
See how there is to have really.
Yeah. If you see how means it's either we all agree on having or we just don't have.
But we bet anyhow. This is like extra work, no lah.
What mean extra work? It's very easy to count out how many predictions you got correct.
3 points for predicting right, but 1 point for predicting
the correct outcome lah.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that also. But it's just whether we want a penalty union. We okay with it?
No, I think this is too much work. Yeah, let's start.
So this week the big game, of course, which Kimberly was quite surprised that this is the big game of the weekend. Manchester United face Arsenal.
I haven't been keeping track.
Manchester United also don't go into this game very informed also, because I think it's the first time in quite a long time, I think since the 1970s that they've not won any of their first 3 home games. So this is also a home game. I mean, Arsenal haven't beaten, like Yinren asked me when was the last time Arsenal beat Man Utd at Old Trafford, and I think I had to scroll back until like early 2000s. Then like it's really, like close to 20 years, which is pretty bad for, you know, Arsenal are traditional top 4.
Honestly, if they won like their last game, I would be a lot more confident. Like what you said lah, like if there's a time to beat Manchester United, it would have been now would have been like the best time. But yet Arsenal still, oh my god, I didn't even know that Mustafi still existed, okay? Cause like, I didn't hear about him for so long, and then suddenly
he's playing.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch the game. Then I woke up in the morning. Then I was thinking, oh, okay, Arsenal lost. Okay lah, it's expected 1-0. Then when I read further, then I realized that, oh my god, Mustafi is playing. That explains everything. Like, oh my god. And then after that, I read another thing that said they offered him a contract and he turned it down.
I'm just
like, oh my god, I want to pay him money to leave. Then here they are offering him money to stay. I don't understand.
He too good for Arsenal.
Oh my god, I cannot. My head, I cannot comprehend. I cannot understand like the logic on this. Okay, so like if Mustafi doesn't play, maybe they have a bit of a higher chance. If Mustafi does play, then I think they'll get wrecked, Also, like Lacazette isn't doing very well, so I guess we have very few dependable people at the moment.
The whole front three not doing well.
Partey is doing quite well, so I guess you cannot say like the Partey is over because he has been doing not bad so far.
Maybe the party hasn't even started.
Okay. The party needs the front three to like get their shit together.
But okay, so alluding to that do you think that I nearly said Emery. Arteta should start all 3. Arteta should start all 3, or you know, like previously, I think there were a few games where Saka was played at left wing back. I don't know why he changed his system to put Saka as part of the back 3. You know, so
I think he tried error.
Okay, so still trying things out.
I really think he's still trying and error. Yeah. I bet maybe I feel like the Mustafi was a try and error. He like, okay lah, very long never play. I try, see whether anything is different, but clearly it backfire lah.
Because I think Mustafi didn't start. He started.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't. Yeah. But anyway, if you ask me to pick a score now, I think Arsenal will lose 1-0.
Okay, I think both going in with bad records or like okay, not bad records, but like a bad run of games. I mean, for Arsenal, there's no better time to win Man U, but for Man U, it's like Arsenal's also not a threat, so it's just like who can suck more in the game. It's not who will be better. I mean, if you want to base it on the Man U Chelsea, I don't know whether you can base it on that or if Man U will play the same way as they played against Chelsea, right? But that game was shit. It was then boring. I don't know what the hell both teams were doing. They're just like, I think according to the pundit, so what's the pundit?
They were trying not to lose.
Yeah. According to Patrice Evra, right, he had like this very intense debate with like
Hasselbank, is it?
Yeah, with Hasselbank, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was saying how
Chelsea.
it feels like the players are playing with a life vest on or something. Like they're very scared to make the wrong move, especially after the thrashing by Spurs. So Man U were like a bit cautious, and then Chelsea also. So the past don't know how many few games in so many goals, right? That's why they also a bit cautious, like don't want to go out of their way. So it's like in the end 0-0. I don't know if that's gonna be the case for Man U against Arsenal or if Man U will want to go for the win, because Arsenal also, I mean, they are different from Chelsea, but it's like Chelsea's
and arguably, I think you can sort of leave yourself a bit more open at the back as well, because I mean, Arsenal strikers will not say firing on all cylinders as well.
Yeah. I mean, apparently
you'll be always scared of Werner, Havertz. I mean, these are all quite fast players.
Okay. To be fair, Aubameyang was supposed to be little up on the top lah, but apparently he tweeted after he signed his new contract lah. Like
he never tweet lah, but just.
But he just lepak already. He just
going
whatever. I
through
got my final.
Going through a phase.
I got my pay rise. Like can just chill. So like I don't know.
Oh my god, Leno needs to get his shit together also.
Oh, I guess this was the other talking point also.
Cannot.
At what point do you? Okay, I don't know if Vern Leno is bad enough to say that you should drop him or not.
What was I answering to you about that day about Leno? What game was that?
It was the Europa League game.
Oh yeah.
Against one of the Viennas. Rapid
Vienna,
Austria, Vienna, one of them.
Yeah. If he happily gives the ball to a United player this weekend again, I will be like, I will go and burn his house down. Okay lah, just
okay. So
you get the
Leno's house gets burned down,
point.
this will be used as evidence.
Yeah, if he feeds the ball to a freaking Manchester United player right in front of our goal, I will freaking burn his house down. Okay, but anyway, moving on.
I think I predict your draw 1-1.
Okay, interesting. I think for Arsenal, getting a draw is a good result at Man U.
I mean, I don't think Man U very little up at the top recently also. So no one really can score for them. You have to like.
Although Edinson Cavani had his debut. That's
apparently
apparently
apparently he looks sharp lah. I think okay lah, but can't really count on him to score, right? It's like some new player in the EPL.
Yeah, it's a Man U game lah. Man U against Arsenal. Not very interested in this. It's a 2-8 game.
Okay, so not very interesting.
Speaking of Mustafi, do you all ever know that Juan Mata still playing?
Yeah, he's been starting.
I didn't even know I saw him last week and I said, oh my god, I thought he's dead also, like Mustafi.
He very casually say, I saw him last week.
I saw on the team sheet last week. I said, oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because after the 6-1 result, then Ole start to like dig up all the names from the past kind of thing.
I think it'll be a Man U win lah. Just because they are playing at home. Nothing else.
Despite their bad home form.
They have a bad home form? But
yeah, I mean, they've not won in 3 at home.
Oh. I'm just basing on that they played quite well against Chelsea.
I don't think so.
So I'm thinking they'll play well against Arsenal as well. Actually, I have no logic. I'm just basing it like they're playing at home.
Okay.
So I think they're going to win, yeah. Okay lah, Man U 1-0 lah. Man U 1-0 lah. I think it'll be another like cancelling out game between them.
Cancelling out game.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just wondering if Arsenal will score or not.
Okay, I think the problem is you keep jinxing them. Because I always tell all my friends, don't bet on Arsenal.
Wait,
because nobody bets on Arsenal.
You keep saying that I jinx them?
Yeah. It's true, really.
So, okay. You know what? Let's just test that out.
Okay, we test this out.
Okay. I'm going to go Man U 2-1 win. I was going to go Man U win anyway, but
Okay.
Yeah, okay. We will see lah.
Mark's faith in Arsenal shattered by last week's performance.
I tell him already he don't want to listen
Before
to
that,
me.
he very confident. He was like,
the thing is,
change formation, change coach, and it's like.
Okay, the thing is, I did watch the highlights lah, and it looked as if it was a bit of a smash and grab win for Leicester. So, but Arsenal of course they only have themselves to blame lah if they didn't score. So, yeah, I mean, there was also a contentious VAR decision also, but I mean, we shouldn't get into that. Yeah, because otherwise the Liverpool fan will be triggered.
Yeah, what the hell? Let's not go on
I think
VAR.
that's a good segue to mention Liverpool's game this week. So Liverpool and Man City, interestingly enough, they swapped last week's opponents. So Liverpool faced West Ham, Man City faced Sheffield United. I think we'll do Liverpool's first lah. So I guess we can sort of mention a bit because Yinren was ranting to me a few days ago about a few of the decisions during the Liverpool Sheffield United game. So this can be your time to.
Wait, I forgot what was I ranting about?
Wait, what was the score?
2-1 to Liverpool.
To Liverpool.
Yeah.
What was I ranting about?
The VAR penalty. The free
kick. The
Fabinho
Fabinho one. That's like so stupid. Number one, it's not even a foul. Then gives a foul, never mind. It's like a free kick. Then from a free kick, right, the VAR never overturned the decision for the foul, right? But it overturned the decision whether it's a penalty or a free kick. Then from not a foul become never mind, like a free kick become a penalty. Then everybody's just like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, but going back to this week's game, I think.
Yes, Liverpool West Ham. West Ham actually doing quite well. What? Under David Moyes, still draw against Man City.
Yeah, but I really feel that the Aston Villa games are a blip in a like a normal performance for Liverpool. So I think actually they it's not like after that one game then they are like very cui or what. It's really just that one game when they are off. Because after that the rest of the games that they play, even though they haven't been spectacular, right, but that's how they have been across large parts of last seasons. You know, like this. When I watch them, like through the eye test, like you watch them, it's like they still play the same. Like they still can win, they still will grind results out. There's like not much difference. But of course, like after the Champions League game and the injury to Fabinho now, you like suddenly don't have any defenders left. So that may be of consequence, but overall, I think the squad's still strong enough to win. I think it'll be win how much?
Now it's win how much?
Can choose okay lah.
Yeah, 2-0 2-0. Confident in the defense. Very long never have a clean sheet already.
Actually, I was going to go for like a draw, but then I didn't know that Alisson was back. So.
But we are also gonna play like a youngster for defender.
The Reece Williams.
For Reece, I don't even know where it come from. Suddenly this season, got one Reece Williams there.
Can I think no issue lah. I think I'll go for the same now.
I mean, you see, like just the fact that having the keeper back already changed Manjun's mind a little bit. I think it is. I think Liverpool will win.
Yeah, probably lah.
Yeah.
Like,
unless
like mini, like yeah, like the most I can see is a draw, but it won't be an upset. It won't be like. And because I think, like plus Liverpool are versatile enough that they can change the formation, right? Like with Jota coming on now, and he's been scoring for for the past 3 or 4 games consecutively already, despite not playing for the full game. Right? He come on, he start, he score. It's quite good.
Okay, 2-0,
whatever lah.
Okay, 3-0, make it 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, if you trust Liverpool's defense with Reece Williams now lah.
Can. There's only Mikel and Antonio only, right? There's no one else.
Even though they've been scoring quite a lot. Yeah. They had like this high scoring game with don't know who, right? 3-3.
Yeah, with Spurs 3-3.
But it's quite a flow, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, but
I guess I'll give exact score. Well, this exact score a bit
controversial.
I'll say 2-1. I noticed Kim hasn't gone for exact score, but
I was gonna say maybe a bit 2-1 also. Cause like maybe West Ham can score there. Maybe we are not giving them enough credit.
Yeah.
You keep saying fluke, then that's yeah.
I mean, look, if you watch the Spurs West Ham game, I mean, I think it really was a fluke lah. The West Ham Man City draw probably not a fluke lah.
Yeah, but West Ham traditionally is not bad one, okay.
No,
really?
Traditionally they haven't been doing well.
Okay, maybe
16, 17.
Maybe my perception of them very well because like every team does not bad against Arsenal.
And nothing to say for Liverpool. I think my stand this week is actually stronger than like the previous week. I think they are gonna win the title.
The previous time he was this confident, you know what happened now? It became a trailer for one of our episodes. Unlikely, I think.
I think the okay, amongst the big teams like uncertainty fit like will play to Liverpool's strength the most, because they can grind out wins.
I guess we can do Sheffield United Man City. I think there's not much to mention about this other than Sergio Aguero being ruled out for a month. So
Really?
once again, Man
Oh.
City don't have out and out number 9.
Okay, can I go first? Cause
Yeah,
I,
you can go first.
yeah, cause I have a little bit of thoughts about it. So
Okay.
Yeah,
quite,
sure.
quite wordy today. But I think I thought Sheffield played quite well against Liverpool last game, and they were damn rough. I didn't like how they played. But if they play like that against Man City, it's gonna be tough for them to. It's gonna be tough for Man City also because they are quite organized. They are very aggressive, and then yeah. So that's basically it. I don't know if it will, because even despite that they still lost, right? But I can see a situation where Liverpool couldn't handle their aggressiveness. It's like every time I see them tackle, I'm a bit scared someone's gonna get injured. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think for the game, I may predict a 1-1 draw again.
1 draw,
for
okay.
City.
Yeah, although at this point 1-1 draw for Man City, that would mean it's 9 points after 6 games. I think that's quite a poor. That's definitely not title, maybe not even top 4 kind of form.
I mean, you don't have a striker left now, I expect. You expect Sterling to carry them.
Although I would say Joao Cancelo has been playing quite well, but your left back playing quite well by himself is probably not going to be good enough.
Yeah. Plus, I think I sent an article to Mark recently, right? The Let's Go article that was quite good, talking about how like Man City is gonna get left behind this season because of their inability to adapt to what all the other clubs are playing. Apparently, it's a counter-attacking season. I never noticed that throughout the games, but apparently that's the case. So he said Man City, like even if they know it, they're not gonna do it because for Guardiola it's all about control. Whereas for counter-attacks, right, it's very chaotic. It's like within a counter-attack, and then there's like you can counter the counter, and then like it'll be a very open game, which maybe accounts for a lot of like the high-scoring games in this season, because teams are more willing to do that. But for City, they are not. So they're like willing to just get back into shape, be in control, and then they haven't had then they don't really have a spark up there now because Aguero's out. So like, I think they're gonna have a lot of draws coming out.
I'm not as optimistic as Yinren, because every time I talk about Sheffield, talk about Fulham, right, for about all these teams, I keep thinking like, where are the goals gonna come from?
Okay.
I mean, because they're averaging like half a goal a game, like 3 goals in 6 games. So I mean, I don't think that the strikerless Man City gonna affect them that much, lah. To be honest, because overall, I don't think Sheffield gonna score. And I think Man City can at least get 1 off. I think 2-0.
1-0?
I think 2-0. 2-0 Man City.
Okay. I think not much to elaborate for me. I think I'm going to match that also. I'm going to say 2-0 Man City also.
Probably, I think 1-0 lor.
Okay.
They're not doing that great, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1-0 Man City lah, I'm assuming. Okay.
Oh my god, imagine Sheffield with 1-0. Wow, it will be that fun.
Just bet that lah. Just guess that lah.
I just said,
Yeah, I mean, like we said, we're not going to come in with the penalty system yet also. What?
Yeah. No, but logically speaking, I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
But then again, football defies logic sometimes.
Correct, that's true. It's quite an unpredictable season.
Yeah.
So in an unpredictable season, still top of the table is still Everton. Despite their loss against quite an impressive Southampton. I don't know if you all watched the game.
Yeah.
But so this week Everton are facing Newcastle, hoping to try and bounce back. And they have both their wing backs out. Digne and Coleman are both out. Richarlison is still suspended also. So I would say quite a few holes to fill for Everton.
Rubbing his fingers already.
Yeah.
I'm just very sad.
Yeah.
I'm just very sad that my 2 fake favorite teams lost last week.
What?
Aston Villa, is it?
Aston Villa, Everton.
And Everton.
Yeah, I'm so sad. Oh my god. Yeah.
But you're right. You say if one team wins, then both win, but both lost. So it's like congruent with what you said.
I'm so sad. But anyways, I think if Liverpool are going to win this week, then Everton has to win this week. So I'm giving my team up.
So you're okay, yeah. So give it, yeah. This is literally the taking one for the team.
Yeah,
again.
take one for the team. And even Newcastle, they're fine. They're fine.
This logic is just what the.
But just for a credible title race, is it?
Anyways, right? If we play at home, we play away, we're still gonna sit back. So I think there's no point. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think maybe 2-1 Everton.
No, Everton. Okay.
Yeah. But they have a lot of players out, and especially Richarlison, right? So it like. I think a lot of people are saying because of that, that's why they lost 2-0 to Southampton, because they were less of a threat up top. Like I think he's like a keeper of their attack, right? And then now you're saying that behind they also a bit short because of like I think suspension for like
for
what's
Lucas
his
Dean
name?
and
Lucas Dean and so I think I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for a draw. I think a lot of draws this week. 2-2 2-2.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
I want Everton to win.
Okay. Just
You also want
Everton,
you also want a title challenge, right?
Yeah, exactly. Really just for entertainment's sake. If Arsenal took one for the team, then Marvin's favourite club
Surely
can take one
Newcastle
for
have
the
to take one
team.
for the team.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
exactly. I hope
Actually,
Everton wins. I hope Everton wins.
Actually, I
like,
think
don't know,
Southampton
2-0.
did quite well in terms of targeting because they Everton don't have a backup right back, so they're using Ben Godfrey, their young centre back at right back, and Bertrand got a lot of joy out on that Southampton left flank lah. Like both, I think if I'm not wrong, both goals came down his flank. So I think potentially that's something, if Steve Bruce has his wits about him, he'll probably be looking at that game also lah. I have no idea if Steve Bruce does this kind of analysis or not.
I'm sure nowadays most clubs will look at their opposition and like study their opposition, right?
Although I think interesting enough, like because Newcastle scored quite late against Wolves last weekend. I think it's Jacob Murphy, right? It's not Josh Murphy, right?
Yeah, Jacob Murphy.
Jacob Murphy said that he had to do his own research to find out that that the Wolves goalkeeper is usually weak on his left or something. You would think that's something that Steve Bruce would be able to tell him, but I guess
He's lying.
That's the world of Steve Bruce. Yeah, okay. I think I'll go with Kim and Manjun also. 2-1 Everton win also lah. Good time to go into Southampton since they are probably the informed team of the Premier League. 3 wins, 1 draw in the last 4. So they face Aston Villa, who lost for the first time in 5.
I'm not too sure if this is the end of Aston Villa's good form because nobody had predicted that, right? So like you don't know where the hell it's gonna go. Like, is it the real deal or was it just a fluke? I think it'll be high scoring because Aston Villa's game so far has been quite a lot of action on, if I remember correctly. And then Southampton, you have like their attack also not bad. I don't know. I think Danny Ings not bad. Like even last week, even if he never scored, right, he was the one that assisted both goals, I think. At least minimally one of it. So there will definitely be goals on both sides. But I can't predict. Okay, I'm gonna predict Southampton win.
Okay.
2-1. 2-1.
Okay, just for the sake of it, I think for now we'll be playing very safe. Maybe I go for like 4-3 Aston Villa win.
That will be a very entertaining game, yeah. Manjun made me want to say something like crazy also, like 3-1 or 3-2.
Sure. Yeah, look,
I think Aston Villa will win.
Actually, I don't think Aston Villa's run will come to an end, but I was quite impressed with Southampton. That's the thing lah. You always impress with one team, then they will disappoint you the next.
Talking about Arsenal, is it?
That aside, I think I'll go for a draw lah. 1-1 Southampton Aston Villa. It's the Monday game, Leeds versus Leicester.
Oh yeah.
Talk about the other one. Okay.
Right.
What's the other one?
your
game.
We'll get to that later.
Okay.
Both teams very attractive, very exciting in that sense. I think both teams Yinren quite favors lah. One he wrote an article about. The other is his second favorite team this season. So So I guess draw.
I think Leeds gonna win.
Leeds win. Okay.
Cause like when Leicester won against Arsenal, like they barely scraped through, right? I don't know if Vardy will be back for the whole game. I think so.
I think it looks like it will be.
But it's like how comprehensive Leeds like destroyed Aston Villa last week. Yeah, and I don't know if Patrick Bamford like suddenly like Messi like that. He's good. Legit.
I think his second and third goal like completely no backlift at all. It's just like the ball station just lift it into the goal. Like that's. I didn't think that was
the third one was like some cheap almost. Yeah, like what the hell?
Correct.
Just standing there, just like prime Messi. I don't know what the hell. I mean, I think it has a lot to do with Marcelo Bielsa's setup and all that. Right? To go attacking, right? So it's like all in or go home. And then if you're doing well, right, you can really go on a run. You can really like be very offensive, and then they'll score. It's like their game's always very high scoring one, is it? There's always goals on. And I think maybe Leicester not strong enough yet.
Technically, Leeds are also Man U's rivals, so your enemy or your enemy is your friend, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 3-1 Leeds.
I like Leeds too. I was telling you since like the first game that they played, like I don't know. Just I like supporting like the underdog. Okay lah, I'm not really underdog lah, but I like supporting Leeds lah. But I don't think they will score 3. Maybe 2.
Patrick Bamford going to score another hat-trick. Watch out.
Maybe the fact that you said it now means you jinx it. Actually, I'm very superstitious now that I think about it.
No. That's because you're Arsenal fan, that's different. Because you
yeah,
always,
that's true.
because
You will look out for signs and see like, oh, this happened, therefore Arsenal didn't win, when actually it's all Arsenal's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so Kim, do you have like a score for the Leeds Leicester game?
2-0 maybe.
2-0. Okay,
To
Mansun?
Leeds.
Wow, this one yeah, go for a 1-0 Leeds.
1-0 Leeds.
Yeah.
Should I go something slightly different or not? Going into it, I was also going for Leeds win, but maybe
Just
go
change it
something
lah.
different from your.
All of us knee-jerk from last week Leeds win by 3-0, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Let's go for the big one.
Okay lah. I'll go Leicester 2-1 win lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I won't predict big scores unless I'm very confident. Well, this next game I better be confident on because this is probably I don't want to jinx it also.
One
but
of
it's
the
probably
most
the
important
easiest
game.
fixtures of the season. If you don't beat West Brom at home, you might as well go home. So if Fulham face West Brom, this is probably nobody's gonna watch this. But yeah,
You're gonna watch it.
I mean, wait, I think it's
Tuesday,
Monday night.
1:30. 1:30.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
I will see my schedule if I got anything on Tuesday because I feel it's important enough to need to watch. Yeah. Crystal Palace also won last weekend. Wilfred Zaha again played very well against us.
But
Even though that was something I said and then I still predicted a 1-0 win. So very an emotional prediction. But yeah. And West Brom actually played okay against Brighton. Yeah.
But I don't know lah. You can go for a prediction.
Yeah, Mark, you say first.
Okay, I will say Fulham 2-1 win.
Very good.
I have no thoughts on this game lah. I think it's gonna be a draw lah.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I also think it's possible for a draw.
It's like I think it's like gonna be the Man U and Chelsea game lah. I think both sides want to lose.
Like both sides don't dare to lose. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna stab you in the heart. I'm gonna think
West Brom win.
West Brom 3-0 West Brom.
Okay. Fair enough.
I can foresee it happening.
Oh, savage! Oh my god.
No, but I also can foresee it
I
happening.
can foresee it happening. I can foresee Fulham just dying.
What did Mark say?
2-1.
2-1 win.
To who?
Fulham lah.
Fulham.
Oh, so positive.
Even though you keep thinking our jinx, but okay, we'll see after
so
this.
positive. I said 2-1, but the other way.
The other way, okay.
So
I guess
really
we can
50-50.
run out the last 3 games, I think, quite fast. Last 3, nothing much to say. Wolves face Palace on Friday. I think both sides won. No. Wolves drew against Newcastle. Yeah, Palace won against Fulham.
I think they're quite equal Like this season, their form and I don't know. Wolves haven't been doing well. Crystal Palace, okay. I think it's time for Wolves to win a bit Crystal Palace a bit one-trick pony, right? Like Wilfred Zaha only.
Correct. It's very.
Like, sit back. Wilfred Zaha do well, you score, you win. If not, you lose. That's about it. So I think Wolves will win. I think maybe 2-1.
I think I go the other way. I think Crystal Palace will win.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Palace back-to-back wins. Yeah, Wolves aren't a bad team, but they're also not like hitting the heights of last season also
But you can see how they can score goals. They are like
correct.
Their front is
although
their
it's
attack is
mostly
not
been
bad.
Jimenez. I think I'll go
We'll go a draw.
1-1 draw.
Really draw. Okay.
I don't watch
Okay.
enough of these people.
Okay, can. I mean the last two are still.
But I do know that they depend too much on Zaha also. Like I have read that from like so far. But that said, sometimes depending on one person isn't exactly a bad thing. But if the person is available, then why not, right?
I mean, you would know lah. So Arsenal without Aubameyang is nothing lah. So now he off form, the whole team really like boom.
Yeah.
That's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
But when
Zaha
they're
is
on
in
form,
form.
yeah, exactly. Then it works, like you can actually see the result.
Yeah, but I think that's the main difference between like a top team or like a very good team and like a
like
middle
squad depth,
team.
like squad depth, like
Yeah. It's like for these teams, you really need to have like that one player do well for you to win. Whereas for other teams, it's like not a key criteria. Right? Like okay, your star player not doing well, but other people can pick up the slack.
But since your star player doing not bad, I think maybe they will win Maybe like at least 1 or 2-1.
Burnley at home to Chelsea after their narrow loss to Spurs. So anyone going to predict for a surprising Burnley result or not?
I think maybe a draw Chelsea keep drawing And Burnley very physical,
same.
right? They will like bully the Chelsea team, especially all these new people coming in the league, right? And very young also, then like just like beat them up a bit. And they cannot play properly. I'll go for a draw lah.
Draw, okay. Any specific kind of draw? 1-1? Burnley had hardly scored this season. But yeah, okay. Burnley 1-1.
I don't know whether I'm brave enough to call it a draw also. Maybe Chelsea 2-0. Keep it safe.
Okay.
I agree.
I think Burnley will score though. I think Chelsea 2-1.
really? Okay.
Yeah. Spurs versus Brighton.
Oh,
I've noticed a common theme throughout our episodes though. Every episode so far, right, somebody has always said one of the Spurs players are on fire.
oh
That's
really?
because there is always a Spurs person on fire.
Right, correct, yeah.
Yeah
So
lah.
at first, I was thinking if this episode happened again, right, I'll do a compilation throughout the whole all the episodes, all the Spurs players on fire.
Yeah, everybody always when we talk about Spurs, everybody like surprised, like, hey, this person doing well, that person doing well.
Correct.
Actually,
yeah.
it's just Kane and Son, so.
That's true. Correct. Yeah.
I think it's commendable on Harry Kane's part that he's willing to give the limelight to Son. Like he become the supporting player, even though he's like ambitious, like I want to be like a top player from like watching the documentary.
Yeah, I mean, we always joke that like Jose Mourinho will play Harry Kane further and further back in the team,
which is true now.
Which is true lah. Correct. Like now he's like some sort of like deep line forward like that. But I mean, it's working. Harry Kane is like top of the assist charts. I think like 8 assists or something.
Yeah. But it really attests to his talents, or that he's able to adapt so easily and like suddenly just change role and still do equally well.
Oh, he's on fire.
Yeah. So he's this week on fire player award lah. Okay.
Yeah, I think Tottenham.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think no doubt lah. Don't even need to guess the
For
score.
sure, don't need one. Yeah.
But I think Manjun going for Brighton, is it?
No lah. Hell no lah.
Okay.
No lah.
Yeah, Brighton have tailed off a bit lah. Their impressive form with no results suddenly is just like they're not that good anymore.
I think Brighton will score because they've been scoring more this
3-1.
season. And Spurs, the defense is not very solid, right? Like, I think they're a good team, but like they tend to let in goals once in a while. I think 2 or 3 will be a good call.
Wait, this Spurs played the Europa League. Okay, I got a bet a draw.
Wow.
Change my mind, yeah.
Oh, I
Got a
think
draw.
you're thinking whether they played away in the Europa League, is it?
Did they play away?
I have no idea.
I have no idea, so I didn't go and check. Okay, I got a bet a draw.
Oh,
1-1.
you know why? I no idea. Europa League haven't played yet.
Oh, they haven't played
Just
yet.
remember today Wednesday
Oh,
night.
it's today.
So-
Oh, then even
Yeah.
better. Yeah. That I think it's going to be a draw.
I mean, I could check who they're playing against, but okay, like,
You
no
don't
mind.
need
I'm just
that.
going to go Spurs win. I'm going to go a bit different. I'll say Brighton don't score. I'll say 2-0 Spurs win. Oh yeah, Kim, I saw you posted something on your Insta. You were reading Arsene Wenger's book.
I haven't started reading it yet, but it just got delivered. And I'm very
Oh, so you
excited.
actually bought it lah.
Yeah lah. If not, what do you think? What do you
I
think?
don't know. I
the
thought
book
like it's suddenly just a picture online that you just post or something.
Oh,
Still,
I thought
still.
you can see my hand. No lah. Yeah. I ordered it because like I ordered it as a birthday present for my dad, but I'm going to read it first. If he doesn't get to it
Like
yet.
second-hand present.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have time. I don't have time to start reading it yet, but I'm very excited to start reading it. Soon. Everybody should go and buy it.
Speaking of former Arsenal manager, I have no idea how Emery is doing it with Villarreal though.
Good question.
I
I
think
also
not
don't
bad,
know.
right? That
Yeah,
I
like
fourth,
okay,
is it?
okay,
Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just like more suitable, like, honestly.
in not non-EPL teams, is it?
Yeah. Cause it's very different, what. Then still got the language barrier, or confirm like half the time the Arsenal players don't understand what he's shouting from the sideline.
Maybe he's shouting good evening.
Who knows?
So that's been our predictions for our match week 7 for the Premier League. Even though we know nothing, hopefully today you've learned something. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.